Greetings! In this video we're going to take our first steps into Python. We're going to show you the print function and show you how we use it to print out strings, mathematical expressions, and variables. Now there's no way I can show you everything that you can do with the print command in this short video, but our hope is to get you some familiarization so that you feel brave enough to start exploring it yourself. So, by computer science law, the very first program you have to write is called Hello World. And in Hello World, all we do is print out a quick phrase to the screen. So let's go ahead and do that. I have Thony up and running here, and I'm going to show you how to write Hello World. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're introducing the print function. To use print, all you type is print, and then you open parentheses and close parentheses. And whatever you put inside here is going to be printed to the screen. So, the first thing we're going to print out is a string called Hello World. So, to print out actual words, you have to use quotation marks. It doesn't matter if it's one or two, you just, whatever you start with, you have to end with. So for this one, I'm just going to say hello world. It's all within quotation marks, and when I press play, you should see it down here in our shell. So congratulations, you wrote hello world. Now obviously, we might want to do a little bit more with this, so the first obvious thing you can do is just change it. You know, you can change the phrase, but there's other things that print can let you do. For example, print lets you not just print one string, but you can also print combinations of things. So if I split up hello and world with a comma, what it will do is it will print out the first word, and then it will print a space, and then it will print out the second word. And notice that the number of spaces here doesn't matter. So for example, if I do this, it still prints out the same exact thing. So all print is doing is looking at, okay, the first string and the second string. And like I said, I can do single tick as well. That will also work as long as I end with single tick. So you can kind of mix and match. The other thing I want to show you is variables. So sometimes in a program we don't know what it is that we're going to print ahead of time. So we might want to store something and print it later. So here, for example, I could put a variable. Here it's called name, and I could set it equal to major to Freitas. And instead of printing hello world, I could say print hello name. So here now I have a string and a variable, and when I press it, you get hello major to Freitas. I can also do some quick math. So for example, I can do 1 plus 2, and 1 plus 2, if I print it, what will happen is Python will actually run this, compute the value, and then print that out. So there I get 3. A common mistake that you will do inevitably is put like this. You'll have 1 plus 2, but it's inside quotation marks. The key thing to remember is that anything you put in quotation marks will be printed out exactly the way that you entered it. So here, it prints out exactly 1 plus 2 because it's in quotes. If I want the mathematical expression, I can do this. So the last thing I wanted to show you is the idea of a new line. So sometimes we don't want to print everything on just one line. Right? We might want to split it up. So maybe I want to say, how are you on a second line? So if I just did this, it would be all on one line. One way that I can make a new line is using the \n character. This here is treated by Python as a magic character that will convert it into a new line. So if I print it, it will do hello world, new line, how are you? The other way I could do this is just to put two print statements. In Python, anytime you use print, once print is done, it automatically adds a new line. So this is hello world, new line, and how are you, new line. So when I press play, you'll see the same thing. So obviously, there's lots of things going on there. You have a quick reference guide that explains a little bit more details about what's going on, but this should give you some confidence with how Python works, and you're encouraged to go play around and see what you can do. So that's it for this video. See you in class.